Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Welcome to Covenant Congregational Church. We're just so glad you're here today. As you can tell, there's a lot going on within our faith community. Let's see. Sort of works, huh? There we go. There it goes. All right. We are just grateful that you're here and grateful to have an opportunity to worship with you today. I want to just draw your attention to a few announcements. Just look in your bulletin, you'll see a lot of different Christmas activities, fundraisers, opportunities to be involved. But specifically, I want to mention our Christmas Eve services. We have two of them, 4 o'clock and 11 o'clock on Sunday. We have Christmas Eve services next Sunday. So I encourage you to come, invite a friend, be a part of that event. If you're coming to the 4 o'clock service, I want to encourage you to send us at the church a picture of your baby, whether it be your current baby or an older person who used to be a baby. We want as many baby pictures as possible. So send them in for a children's message on Christmas Eve, and you can be a part of that. That's all the announcements that I have at this time. If you have been paying attention, today is the third Sunday of Advent, and we have a wonderful Advent song that we've been hearing our choir sing, and so we want to turn our attention to them at this time.
One bright candle for hope. He brings hope to every heart. He comes. One candle for peace. One bright candle for peace. He brings peace to every heart. He comes. He brings peace to every heart. He comes.
What does the third Advent candle mean?
We light 3 candles today because the third candle means joy, which God gave to us through Jesus. Jesus' birth and the coming of God's Son was first told to Mary and has since been spread through all the world. We too must share the joy of Jesus with each other.
Why do we light one more candle each Sunday in Advent?
Because Jesus is coming again. Because as light gradually pushes out darkness, hope, peace, joy, and love gradually pushes out hate. Jesus, the light of the world, has come to earth and will come again.
One candle for joy, one bright candle for joy. Every heart he comes. Light one candle for joy, one bright candle for joy. Every nation will find salvation in Bethlehem's baby boy. Bethlehem's baby boy. Light one candle for joy, one bright candle for joy. He brings joy to every heart. He comes.
Today we celebrate God's greatest gift to us, Jesus Christ. We celebrate the faith of our forefathers, the people who have gone before us. Today we celebrate kids and the joy that they bring into our world. And all of this happens through the giving of each other, that we give to God as He has given to us, with joy and anticipation that He will use our gifts for the furtherance of His kingdom. So today, if you came prepared to give, I want to encourage you to anticipate God doing good things through your giving today. Invite the ushers to come forward this time. I invite you to stand and sing together the doxology to the tune of the first Noel.
Well, looks like Caesar's up to his old tricks again. I have to admit, he is creative in collecting money. This time, he wants everyone to come to Bethlehem. Before you know it, the town will be filled with the tourists and their animals. Rush hour will be twice as bad, and pizza delivery will take forever. But he's the boss.
Claudia, Seth, did you hear that? It's tourist season again. You know what that means. Leftovers.
Easy for you to say. Last year, everyone wanted milkshakes. I lost 20 pounds in 1 week. What if this year they want hamburgers?
Excuse me, you think you have problems? Everyone knows Bethlehem is famous for sweaters. And where do these sweaters come from? Wool. I'm only one sheep, you know. And this stuff only grows so fast. If you ask me, every tourist should be put back on their camel and sent home. I like tourists. They're messy and they drop food all over the place. They're everything Amos loves.
I bet the tourists will be coming any time now. And this place is a mess. There's food all over the place. I better set a few traps before we attract mice.
Hey, what are you doing? That garbage was my dinner.
Shoo, I'll get you, you rodent.
Oh. Listen, we need to find a way to keep the tourists out of Bethlehem. Everyone in Operation Go Home, say aye. Moo.
Micah, Seth, I think tourist season is a little early this year. Everyone's here already.
Not everyone. Come on. Maybe we can't stop the other 300 tourists, but we can make an example out of these two. Maybe if we give them a bad enough time, everyone else will leave too. What do you think? Here's my plan.
Late, and I don't think I can travel much farther.
We're here, Mary. This is Bethlehem. I'll try to find a place for us to stay for the night.
Wait, wrong one. Howdy, folks. I'm Mika Mouse. I bet you're looking for the road to Jerusalem. Well, you've come to the right place. So you are here, and you want to be there, way over there.
No, sir. No, ma'am. We need to stay in Bethlehem for the tax. Can you suggest anywhere?
Excuse me, folks. Is this your donkey?
Yes, it is, officer. Is there a problem?
May I see your license and registration, please?
Our what?
I don't see any plates on this animal.
Sorry, officer. It fell off.
I'm afraid I need to take your animal in for questioning. Come on, donkey. Let's move along. Take the donkey.
I don't know. Just put it behind the barn for now. Listen, folks, you seem like nice people and all, but I don't think this is going to work out. I think you should go home right now. Howdy, folks. Welcome to Bethlehem. How may I help you?
Oh, look, Joseph, there's a hotel. Let's see if we can stay here tonight.
Hi, my name is Joseph, and this is my wife, Mary. We're looking for somewhere to stay. Do you have any rooms?
Do you have a reservation? Let's see. Jonah, Judah, Josephat. Don't see no reservation for Joseph, buddy. Did you call 6 months in advance or register on our website?
What's a website?
Not to worry. Here's something. What about a no-smoking room with a king-size bed and complimentary breakfast buffet? I'll even throw the cradle in for free. Looks like you're going to need it pretty soon. How does that sound?
That sounds wonderful.
Oops, sorry. We're all sold up. Just sold our last one.
But your sign says vacancy.
Oops. fine. Sorry we don't have any place for you two. You'd better go home. All the hotels in town are full. It's the height of the tourist season, you know, and everyone wants wool sweaters.
And hamburgers.
Go home!
Come on, Mary, we'll just keep looking for somewhere to stay.
Joseph.
I know, Mary. I'll keep looking for a place for us to stay. Lord, what do you want us to do? You brought us to Bethlehem because you told us that's where your son will be born. And it just seems like everyone wants us to go home. So, please help Mary. She looks so tired right now.
Oh, look, there's an innkeeper. Ma'am, we're trying to find a place to spend the night, but the mouse at the travel agency said everything in town was filled up.
Well, that's true, and wait, did you say the travel agent was a mouse? Look, I'd love to help you folks, but all my rooms are filled up. Caesar Augustus made sure of that.
Please, ma'am, anything will do. Is there anywhere you can stay from? Anywhere you can have us stay?
Well, we're in one place, but I sure wouldn't want my baby to be born there. But it's better than staying out here all night. Come, I'll show you. Micah, Bob, you know that couple we tried to run out of town? Yes. Well, they're back and heading this way. Like I said, folks, it's not fancy, but
It will be just fine. It just seems like everyone just wanted us to go home. But thank you for your graciousness.
sorry I couldn't do something better. Well, good night, folks.
I know I set a few mouse traps out here. This place seems to be overrun with rats.
Well, that's just great. It's not enough
that we couldn't run them out of town, but now they're staying in our barn? If they think that I'm serving them a continental breakfast with fresh squeezed orange juice in the morning, they've got another thing coming.
Micah, that lady's about to have a baby, and we wanted her to go home. I didn't know she was going to have a baby. I mean, well, I would have never been so mean had I known. I feel bad.
So she's gonna have a baby. Big deal. My husband and I had 500 babies last year. What's so special about one more baby?
This baby is very special. This baby will change the world and let people have peace with God. This baby will die for the wrongs of the world and then rise again. There has never been a baby like this one.
You know, I think I remember about hearing about this baby before. I think Donkey's talking about the Messiah, God's own son. Is that right? Is this baby God's own son?
Yes, and God has waited a very long time for this night.
Come on, Claude. Help me put some fresh straw in the manger.
What's wrong with the hay that's already there?
Well, for one thing, you drooled all over it.
Oh.
You guys do what you want. What do I care? It's not like this baby's gonna do anything for me.
Micah, what's the matter? Aren't you excited about God's son being born? Micah, come back here.
I said something.
The truth is, a lot of people understood how Micah felt. They didn't care about God's son. In fact, many people believed that God had forgotten all about them. They figured God didn't care about the things that scared or worried them. So, they didn't expect God to change history that night. They just brushed their teeth and went to bed, never knowing that a miracle was about to be born in the barn down the street. In those days, Caesar Augustus issued a decree that a census should be taken of the entire Roman world. This was the first census that took place while Quirinius was governor of Syria, and everyone went to their own town to register. So Joseph also went up from the town of Nazareth in Galilee to Judea, to Bethlehem, the town of David, because he belonged to the house and line of David. He went there to register with Mary, who was pledged to be married to him and was expecting a child. While they were there, the time came for the baby to be born, and she gave birth to her firstborn, a son. She wrapped him in cloths and placed him in a manger, because there was no guest room available for them. And there were shepherds living out in the fields nearby, keeping watch over their flocks at night. An angel of the Lord appeared to them, and the glory of the Lord shone around them, and they were terrified. But the angel said to them,
"Do not be afraid. I bring you good news that will cause great joy for all the people. Today in the town of David a Savior has been born to you. He is the Messiah, the Lord. This will be a sign to you. There will be a baby wrapped in cloths and lying in a manger."
Suddenly, a great company of the heavenly host appeared with the angel, praising God and saying, "Heaven and on earth, peace to those on whom his favor rests." When the angels had left them and gone into heaven, the shepherds said to one another, "Let's go to Bethlehem and see this thing that has happened, which the Lord has told us about." So they hurried off and found Mary and Joseph and the baby, who was lying in the manger. When they had seen him, they spread the word concerning what had been told to them about this child, and all who heard it were amazed at what the shepherds said to them. But Mary treasured up all these things and pondered them in her heart. The shepherds returned, glorifying and praising God for all the things they had heard and seen, which were just as they had been told.
Look, Micah, the Messiah has been born. Isn't he beautiful?
He's just another baby, if you ask me. You guys are getting all excited over nothing. I have better things to do than stare at a baby all day.
I wonder what his name is.
His name is Jesus. That means God is with us. This baby has a big job to do. He's going to save people from their sins. He's going to make a way for God and his people to be together. But for right now, I just think this baby needs some rest.
Do you think Mary and Joseph would mind if I held Jesus? Imagine looking into the face of God. Look, everyone, this is Jesus.
Come over here, Micah. Come back here, Micah. Come look at Jesus. This is God's own son. Come back here.
I don't want to. I don't want anything to do with him. It's not like he's going to do anything for me. And frankly, I like it that way.
But that's where Micah was wrong. Time went by, and Jesus, God's son, grew up. Wherever he went, he told people how much God loved them, how God's greatest desire was to be close to them. Some listened, while others wanted to kill him.
I can't believe they just crucified Jesus. Don't they know Jesus is God's son?
What do I care if they killed Jesus? It's not like he did anything for me.
But Micah, didn't you see all the miracles he did? I was on the road one day and I saw Jesus heal a blind man.
I heard Jesus say that he was the Lamb of God. He said sheep wouldn't have to be sacrificed anymore because he was going to die for people's sins. That's really good news when you're a sheep.
You guys can believe whatever you want. What do I care? He doesn't even know who I am. And frankly, I like it that way. Mr. Donkey, you were there the day that Jesus was born. What do you think?
Finally, God and his people can be together. This is a wonderful day.
But Jesus just died.
But in 3 days, Jesus will become alive again. Sin has been paid for, and it's time for the biggest party ever. Now, everyone everywhere can have forgiveness and peace with God. More than that, they can know that Jesus is right beside them every day for all eternity.
I love you, Micah. I always have. I saw the day you were born, the day you felt all alone and forgotten. I was there each and every time you thought God didn't care about you. But you know what? He does, and he loves you.
You love me, Jesus? After all the things that I've done to you? Jesus, I've been such a rat to you. Jesus?
Yes, Micah?
I can't believe you'd be willing to give me a second chance after all the things I've done to you. I'm such a rat.
I know, Micah, but Jesus chose to die. It was the only way sin could be erased. It was the only way God could have friendship with God.
Jesus, you're a king, and I'm just a plain old cow. I'm no one special.
There's not a reason in the world why you should love me or even care about me, but you do, don't you?
Jesus, you died so I didn't have to. It doesn't seem fair, but thank you. Thank you so much, Jesus.
So from that day on, everything was different. Claude loved telling Jesus' story. Seth was so happy, he told the entire flock about Jesus. And Micah? Well, Micah was eternally grateful that God gives second chances. In fact, Micah was so happy, he went home and told his entire family that they should love Jesus. And when you consider how many little mice Micah had in his family, that's a lot of love. Micah tried a few times to become friends with the innkeeper, but that's a story for another time.
Ouch!
Happy birthday, Jesus, and thank you for your gift of eternal life. We love you.
Come be a part of our Christmas celebrations next Sunday, both in the morning and Christmas Eve. I would encourage you to invite someone to join us, and let's celebrate God's gift to the world in Jesus Christ. Go ahead.
Thank you.